Right, 11 June 2025, and today I'm very happy to be back home so that I can give you updates. And these updates are very important because what is going to happen is shocking. So what is about to happen is shocking, and it has started. So Chiwenga is in a lot of danger, and Chamisa is in a lot of danger because they have been betrayed by their closest friends, and that is members of the G40. So you saw Grace Mugabe last week, and after that, you have seen today revelations that Walter Mzembi has arrived in Zimbabwe on Wednesday and met with Mnangagwa and had a discussion at State House. So what has happened, according to my sources, is that there's been a major split between the Geza side with the Chiwenga, the war veterans, and the G40 side, the Grace Mugabe, Kasukuwere, Jonathan Moyo, and Walter Mzembi. And currently, in the middle is Nyokayama Bunu, who is in jail. So these teams were working separately. The Geza side and the Nyokayama Bunu side. And at the moment, we are at the verge of a major development tomorrow. And if there is a withdrawal of the case of Nyokayama Bunu, it's clear that a deal would have been cut, and the Nyoka is going to be on the side of G40. That means G40, Grace Mugabe, Xavier Kasukuwere, Walter Mzembi, and it is clear that there are also other negotiations taking place with other people. So other people behind the scenes are involved in the negotiations. However, the person that is going to get it right now is Chiwenga. Chiwenga is in a lot of trouble, and the coming in of Grace Mugabe last week, and Walter Mzembi this week, and Xavier Kasukuwere is somewhere in the mix. You're going to see something very big. A negotiation has taken place, and Chiwenga has been sold out. Nehanda Geza has been sold out. And what you're going to see is Mnangagwa consolidating. As I said over the weekend, Mnangagwa is trying to prevent a coup. And to do so, he needs to deal with the military, but he also needs to deal with the people who support Chiwenga, because Chiwenga is the beneficiary. If Mnangagwa was to be removed, Chiwenga is next in line. So what they want to do right now is to remove Chiwenga as the person who's next in line and put someone else. And according to the people I'm talking to, because Tagwire is currently not in ZANU-PF, he's not in the Central Committee, they might be thinking of replacing Chiwenga with someone else who is much closer, someone who is already in the Central Committee and the Politburo of ZANU-PF. So the coming of Grace Mugabe, Walter Mzembi, and most likely Xavier Kasukuwere is not a coincidence. This is planned, and Chiwenga is in the firing line together with Nelson Chamisa. Secret meetings held between these two groups have been revealed, and within a short space of time, I'm going to show you what has happened in South Africa. Mnangagwa has been hard at work dealing with the Chiwenga's base in South Africa. They have deployed, as I said, hundreds and hundreds of agents in South Africa. And the betrayal of Chiwenga by people like Mzembi, people like Kasukuwere, people like Jonathan Moyo is very dangerous for Chiwenga. Something big is about to happen. And Nehanda Geza is exposed. As we speak right now, Nehanda Geza is badly exposed and is likely to be captured. That is very likely. The agreement between Mzembi Mnangagwa, Grace Mugabe, Kasukuwere is very dangerous. This team is very dangerous. They've betrayed people that they worked with very, very closely. And they've also betrayed Geza. You're going to see something big very soon. There is no coming back from where we are. And something is about to happen. You will see something happening. And I have a feeling that G40 are about to make the same mistake that they made in the last coup, choosing the wrong side. So they ran away when Mnangagwa came in. Now they're just about to choose the wrong side. Mzembi and all the guys working with him, by negotiating with Mnangagwa, they've put themselves in another circle of danger because Mnangagwa is gone. Mnangagwa is not going to be able to stay. He is going to try as much as possible, but Mnangagwa is gone. So the next move is what happens to Nyoka Mabunu. This is because something else has happened with Nyoka Mabunu. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be revealing what happened with Nyoka Mabunu in the last few weeks so that you understand where we are. I told you yesterday that the Nyoka that went in is not the Nyoka that you are going to see coming out. You have also seen attacks on myself, coordinated attacks, which are orchestrated by people around Kasukuwere. You're going to see, I'm going to reveal to you how those people around Kasukuwere have been motivating, and a widespread campaign has been put against me, and I'll show you what happened and where it's coming from. However, to me, it's nothing because I'm no one in this whole matrix. I can assure you, you will see what is going to happen. Gambakwe is absolutely nobody to what is going to happen. You are going to see a fight of the elephants. What we are going to see now going forward is firstly an attempt to drop Chiwenga. And I've said this past week. The dropping of Chiwenga is on the verge. We are on the verge of the dropping of Chiwenga. So what is Chiwenga going to do? How much support does Chiwenga have in the army? And are we going to end or go to the end of June? Remember, 22 June was the date that was initially planned for the coup. So Mnangagwa was told by somebody that 22 June was the day when the coup was supposed to happen. So all this work that Mnangagwa is doing is because he knows that once a coup starts moving, it can't stop. So if a coup is on the move, it can't stop. There is no way that someone can say, I want to do a coup, then they change their mind. They will be killed. So something is going to happen before the 22nd of June, which is the day when there was a plan to do a coup. And they're already seeing the movements. People are trying to disassociate themselves from what they think Mnangagwa knows. So partly what's happening with Mzembi and Kasukuwere and all that is fear. They are afraid. So they're going to Mnangagwa and saying, we are not involved. But let's tell you who is involved. This person is involved. He is here. He is staying there and singing like birds. They're singing like birds to Mnangagwa. And Mnangagwa is laughing at them. Because one thing is for certain. Mnangagwa is never going to forgive these guys. So you will see at the end of all this, Kasukuwere is going to drop. Mzembi is going to drop. Grace Mugabe is going to drop. He is not going to forgive them. Jonathan Moyo is going to drop. He's not going to forgive them because he takes them as betrayers. Mnangagwa will never, ever work with you if he thinks you're going to betray him. He's going to use you and then he's going to drop you. So these four, even though they've sold Geza, they've sold Chiwenga, they've sold Chamisa, they are still going to be dropped. So they're also going to be dropped. Mnangagwa is going to do a lot of dropping. And then we're going to go to the army. Our guys in the army are going to be dropped. You've seen the changes that is taking place in the army. And it's only that now it's happening in public. But a lot more has been happening behind the scenes. So if you haven't seen the story, Mzembi, Walter Mzembi, has gone to Harare from exile. He has gone and had a meeting with Mnangagwa. And that meeting follows another meeting where Grace Mugabe went and was present during the commissioning of a sewage plant. Is it a sewage plant or a garbage plant in Harare last week? I told you that there's been a selling out that has taken place, and the people that have been selling out are the people in the G40. They easily sell out because they've got no ideological background. They've got no ideological backbone. So what they have is a deep love for power. And I told you yesterday, people who lie are not going to replace Mnangagwa. People who sit down and say, let's lie about Gambakwe. Let's say Gambakwe is part of Gananda. And yet they know for a fact that Gambakwe is not such. Those same people, when they go to Mnangagwa, Mnangagwa is going to take them into a meeting, listen to what they have to say. But he is going to seriously deal with them. So these people are not going to win. They are going to lose. You're going to see people who have betrayed Chiwenga are going to lose. And that includes the people I've named here. Mzembi, Grace Mugabe, Kasukuwere, Jonathan Moyo. Once again, they are selling out at the last moment to the wrong person. You cannot be with Mnangagwa at this present moment because Mnangagwa, spiritually, Mnangagwa is gone. So what is happening now? Listen to what Nyoka Mabunu was saying. It is spiritual that Mnangagwa has been declared gone. It's just a matter of time and how it's going to go. But the mistake they're making is they are making that move out of fear. What you should do, if you think you're in danger, is go away. I said it already. Go away, keep quiet, and let the situation play out. Don't become a sellout at this moment. So Mzembi has sold out very, very badly. And as I said, tomorrow I'll reveal a bit more. And then next week, I'll reveal a bit more about what has happened here in South Africa. There's been major developments with Nehanda Geza and also with Chiwenga down here in South Africa. Mnangagwa is deployed very heavily. If you are an activist, if you're someone in politics, don't come to South Africa. Go somewhere else. Or stay inside your house. Don't get out at all. It's going to be very bad. What is going to happen here? It's going to be very, very dirty. They believe that Chiwenga's base is here. And they want to deal with it. That is why you see the guys who are here in South Africa selling out so badly and giving up and quitting at the last moment. But it's a mistake because Mnangagwa is eventually going to go. Right, I think we've covered that. Mzembi, Grace Mugabe, Kasukuwere, and Jonathan Moyo selling out once again. Selling out Chamisa, selling out Chiwenga, selling out Geza. And Mnangagwa going hard against Chiwenga. You're going to see a big thing in a very short space of time. Before the 22nd, there will be a big move, a sudden and big move against Chiwenga that will make him probably even run away from the country. Chiwenga might have to leave Zimbabwe because of what is coming. It's going to be so bad. You have never seen anything of this nature. Mnangagwa is so angry and he is using everything at his disposal to go against Chiwenga. Now, let's quickly go into Nyoka Mabunu. What is going to happen tomorrow? Tomorrow, there is a decision of the court on bail. What do I anticipate? I anticipate two things. I anticipate that a decision would have been made if a deal was reached, and I'll tell you why tomorrow. Then the charges will be totally dropped. Possible tomorrow. Secondly, the bail can be granted, and this bail will be having stringent conditions. It's possible. Then thirdly, the bail can be denied. I have been told that if bail is denied, there's going to be massive violence. I've heard, my sources have told me that if bail is denied, there's going to be massive violence. So what they've done, and this is something that I've heard, is that security is going to be extremely tight at the court. So just be aware that this is intelligence that is out there, that if there is a denial of bail, there is a plan for a massive violence to take place. It will be bad. So I don't know what you can do with that information. It's up to you. Take it or leave it. But that is the information that is out there. Currently, the lawyers are busy preparing for the situation that occurs if there's bail, which is currently we don't even have a cent So 2,000 rands is the money that is required for bail. If you'd like to contribute, WhatsApp me on this number. We need money overnight to pay this bill, which is 2,000 rands only. In dollars, that is $100. That's all we need to pay for bail. So if you've got that money, you can do Mukuru or World Remit on that account. We'll pay bail for Nyoka. And I'll make sure that that is done. We also need to make arrangements for Nyoka's safety so that he is able to safely move around. So don't listen to garbage. Don't listen to garbage. I am the person that brought the lawyers that are currently working there. So don't listen to garbage. And guys, some of these things, I need you to have wisdom. So it's important for you to have wisdom and understand what is going on. We are in a situation where people want to make content and they will say a lot about Gambakwe. But some of it, I find it funny and I laugh at it. So if you guys have been watching, today you saw this thing here. Let me show you. So I'm just about to end. I want to show you guys, I watch everything. There's nothing that happens. I've got 30 people in my newsroom. There's nothing that happens or that you can say about me that I don't know. Like, literally, if you say something about Gambakwe, I will be told within a second. So let's see what was said today. Very funny story. This one.
What is it?
Ana ubuda nyimu.
Ana uyo maputi.
Ana ubuda.
Apalinda nakatotarisira kuti nezuro antobuda.
Ndakaratidzwa mavidhiyo aGambakwe.
Makaratidzwa nani?
Gambakwe, asi right.
Hanzi aita se?
Hanzi nyoka hanza mumutori.
Hanza mumutori?
Ndakamuona masango ndakamunzwa itaura mavidhiyo.
Gambakwe.
Go and watch that. So funny. Guys, I'm not dangerous. So if you make a video about me, you get a lot of views. It's like kind of channel ya Makanga. 1 view, 2 views, 3 views. Then he says something about Gambakwe, 20,000 views. So people can make videos about me, but don't become the person that takes everything seriously. Because in the new country that we're going, there is going to be a free press. So what we're trying to say is people say a lot, Gambakwe this, Gambakwe that, but we need to understand what is important. The facts are that I am currently working with the lawyers that you see there. We put them there. Finding Nyoka, we found him. I sit with the lawyers before the court and after the court. Everything that you hear is secondhand. I am the one who's sitting with the lawyers, and you see them here reporting after they come out of court. So what do we want to say? When it comes to Nyoka, let's have the bail money, let's have security money, and contribute it to channels where there's reports. Don't contribute somewhere where there will be no report. But where did your money go? How was it paid? Who was it paid to? That is important. So we need to make sure that that money is paid. Let's make sure that it's done. And I will never, and I can say it again, let it be clear. I've got no bone in my body that supports Mnangagwa. I will never do what Mzembi did. I will never do what Grace Mugabe did. I will never do what Kasukuwere did. I will never do what Jonathan Moyo did. Very shameful behavior by Jonathan Moyo. Very sad to see a professor doing what he's doing. So when it comes to Nyoka, what's important is what happens tomorrow. We pay bail and he's secure. The only secure person who can keep Nyoka secure is Gambakwe. Because if something happens to Nyoka, you can come to Gambakwe. Imagine if someone you don't know checks Nyoka. Who are you going to ask? Do you know that some of the people now, Barukuti Tucha, they were saying Nyoka was not abducted. Nyoka, we managed to prevent his abduction. We want serious people. So let's make sure that Nyoka is safe. And tomorrow, if he's out, I'll make sure that the bail is paid. And we don't want the sellouts to get hold of Nyoka. Atidi Gananda. This word is Gananda. It's being used by everybody to discredit everybody else. But what I'm saying is tomorrow, let's make sure that Nyoka is safe. And we need that money, which is about 2,000 rands. But if you don't send us, you can be sure that we'll find it. Nyoka is going to be out. And he's going to sit down and talk with me. And you're going to see it. The truth will be revealed. Who is who in the matrix? There are people that have cut deals, and I'm going to show you those people that have cut deals. There are people that have tried to send Nyoka to Zimbabwe, and there are people that have lied about Gambakwe. Shameful behavior. Kuita jealousy. Rekuti Gambakwe is the one who is working hard on Nyoka. Akunyeba. God will never hand Zimbabwe into the hands of someone working with Mnangagwa. I can tell you this for a certain. Anyone who is working with Mnangagwa, they will never run this country of Zimbabwe. Mark my word. And this is spiritual. Nyoka katokudzai kudhara. Vadzimu veZimbabwe, the gods of our country, they will never allow another person who is working with Mnangagwa to take over. Saka, vachadona vese. Makavatarisa. Anyone who is working with Mnangagwa will never take over. No matter how much lies they spread, they will never do it. Or death threats. They can pass death threats every day, but they will never rule our country because it's spiritual. And that is what Nyoka was saying. So believe it. Believe it. Isuzu were clean. I've been working since 1998 with my media house. And last year you saw me. We went to Botswana, to Zambia, to Johannesburg, to the United States of America. And we fought this current system. We will never allow ourselves to go backwards. After what Nehanda has done, we will never allow ourselves to go backwards, which is to work with Mnangagwa again. To never happen. So, no matter who you are, if you go with Mnangagwa, go. But it will never happen. You will never see us there. You can lie as much as you like, but it will certainly come to pass that Mnangagwa will be gone for good. Achaenda mdara huyu. Chema tsenga nzungu. Gambakwe bora mberi pagedi hapana keeper. Yes, but we still have a long way. Jonathan Moyo has always been a sellout. Yes, now Mzembi a sellout. President Mugabe a sellout. Kasukuwere a sellout. Very bad. And please change your daily news reader. We want the original reader back. Okay. We've got 2 readers now. This guy works for ED. Diwa Wakasungisa Nyoka. I want to wait here, please. Nyoka was arrested at the airport. He was phoned by someone who told him that they would give him money. And there was a meeting in Johannesburg to plan the 31 March protest. So that person met Nyoka at the airport and took him to a place where they were supposed to be meeting. It's not Gambakwe. And that person eventually ended up getting Nyoka to a place where over 50 people were sitting. Those people were linked to Geza and Chiwenga. I've made a video about it. They were beaten up so badly and they were taken to the police. Some of them to Sandton, some of them to Randburg. And eventually a whole bunch of them escaped. Only Nyoka remains in jail right now. So don't talk nonsense, forget. Zidzoro. Zidzoro rako, rakazara mvura. Inini, ndini munu, arikufambira Nyoka every day. I'm the person who is going in a plane. Now more than 10 times I have been on a plane. You saw me this afternoon. Up and down, trying to organize for Nyoka so that he gets out. I am the person who hired the lawyers that you are saying, Tatala lima lawyer, Tatala lima lawyer, Utara lima lawyer copy. Watara lima lawyer, wakama copy. So, my lawyer Murukuta every day. I am the one who found those lawyers. To get to the case where we are today, that strategy that we are using there, we sat down with the lawyers and came up with it. So, atidiva nonoti kanava guta nyemba, wojambira muma blanket, forget it. Buddha muma blanket, urikuti kwanza. Urikuti kwanza. Zidzoro. Yeah. So, what I want to say is, I will never, and you never see me comparing myself to anyone who talks from a chair. Every morning you wake up and you sit in front of Kafoni Kako and you start saying, hey, come back with this, hey, come back with that. I move, I travel, I get out of my house, I go on a plane, I go to court, I do stuff. So I'm not like you. You have got no right to talk about me because I put myself out there. So let it be clear. Hapana munhu muZimbabwe akaita saGambagwe. Inini ndiri kuenda pane action. So hapana, there's no one who can tell me with Gambagwe this, Gambagwe that. Urukurota. Urukurota, because I am there when it starts and I am there when it ends. When you say SADC, I am at the SADC office. When you say Nyokai Mabunu, I am at the court. When you say Kasukuwere, I know exactly who is working with Kasukuwere. When you say Grace Mugabe, I know. When you say Mnangagwa, I know. When you say Sean Mnangagwa, I know. But when you don't even have the phone number of anyone in the Mnangagwa family, I can phone Auxilia right now if I want. That is because I am not theoretical. I am on the ground. So don't waste your time trying to smear campaign me. It will never work. My death threat is you. It won't work. God is protecting me, and God has protected me since 1998 when there was Mugabe. Mugabe, when I started running my newspapers, I was walking on the streets. Mugabe was having a meeting at the Bulawayo art gallery. Mugabe's guys called me out of nowhere. They called me and they said, Gambagwe, there's a meeting. Come here. And I found myself standing right next to Mugabe. I'm not talking about 2 meters or 3 meters. I was standing here. Mugabe was standing there. And he was making a speech. And after that, I walked out. Do you know why? This thing is spiritual. What does Wakauzwa uti nyoka. Wakauzwa uti Grace Mugabe. Wakauzwa uti nyoka ya mabunu. Wakauzwa uti Geza. I was there when it was happening. I was at SADC when it was happening. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your breath. Make your video and make a few cents rako. But don't think you'll be like me. You will never be like me. Have you seen me sitting with Mam Juru? Do you know how democratic Mam Juru is? Have you ever seen Mam Juru going to beg Mnangagwa for forgiveness? Have you ever seen Mam Juru looking for Mnangagwa to say, I'm sorry, I'm back from exile? Have you ever seen Mam Juru going in exile? Have you ever seen Nkosana Moyo going to beg Mnangagwa for forgiveness? You got no spine. That is the problem with Mzembi. I have no spine. Mana Kasukuwere on nyeba daily. I called Kasukuwere when Nyoka Mabunu was arrested. Nyoka Mabunu's guys have been lying about me. They are the ones orchestrating this nonsense about Gambagwe this, Gambagwe that. Amuitongi nyikai kana muchishanda na Mnangagwa, because Mnangagwa has been rejected by God. Akarambwa na Mwari. So until you change, you will never rule this country. You will never take over in Zimbabwe. You will always be running. Not only will you not rule the country, but you will be running. So one government comes, you run. Another government comes, you run. Mucha manya kusuka madona. Ana Jonathan Moyo, Mzembi, Kasukuwere, Grace Mugabe. Mucha manya because amuzivi kuveringa nguva. You don't know what to return. Okay. And it's meaning. Right. I never get angry. That is because God has blessed me. And it's amazing. And it will always be amazing. So what else is there? And ndada kunakidzwa nekutuka. Ndotuka. Apana ndotuka sagamba kwa mana. Ndotuka. Yeah. So let's see. Chimechivuti. We Zimbabweans are sell out. That's true. And outside I'm going, I'm not angry. I just want you to know it's spiritual. They don't get it. They think they'll sneak back into power. No, you won't sneak back into power. The new leader that is coming to our country is going to be clean. Is going to build our country. Zimbabwe is going to be the Dubai of Africa. But not with the people that sell out, people that lie, people that have a meeting to scheme. Kudingati nyebe about Gambagwe. Munoita kupi meeting yoyo. Say. Munoita say meeting yakadaro. How are you going to have such a meeting? Except if you are the children of evil. Kuchagajma bloka shese kunyeba. God is going to make you lose. Mucha loser. Loser mess. No matter how much you try, you are going to lose. All right. You are the only one who is fighting Uganda. Yes, it's because God is in it. And Chamisa is going to play a big part in what is coming. You're going to see Chamisa is going to do very, very well. We're going to support Nelson Chamisa because Nelson Chamisa is never sold out to Mnangagwa. Have you ever seen Chamisa going to Mnangagwa and say, I want to become part of you? Have you ever seen that? So it will never happen. So let us wait and let us all be ready. We're going to have a new government, but not with these guys. And I'm not going to even my problem. I don't care. I spend a lot of my own money on this. Chamisa ngamboya pano pa live. Don't worry, Chamisa will come. Guys, I would like to thank you for watching. I'll be back here tomorrow at 5 a.m. I've had a long trip. When I go on a flight, what happens to me is I get very tired. But ever since I started using Mve, I no longer get tired. So get your packet of Mve. And if you're in Harare, if you get 2 packets of Mve, we're going to give you 2 packets of Savannah tomorrow only. So go over, 2 bottles of Savannah. You can go over there at Angwa. There is our agent there. And if you want to be an agent, you can also WhatsApp me. UK guys, muzagara msamve, munotongwa nema salad. Especially to my vet, to no neta. Toda ku gadziriswa. Zatamba, atini munarota hapo wa chanzi. Ozoti, naskuru pisa, naskuru tonora. Pinda, nesimba. Right, we'd like to thank all of you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning. And a good night to you all.
Siyangena pari kuchisa segena mayuta kakumbuka apasi sura kachuka anza anotimisa tomupfisa mabhuruka ngoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachira titsautinye kundama yazuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachira titsautinye kundama yazuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika makaune zvakaitike bulawayo mayutaka kumbuka anzi koma ndiyo anzi anopikisa wese tombate kwiyo daiva herere machiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanopfunge bwezi zvakawanda vamwe vanoti Geza dakumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gou ifanika anakonda taona pazoudana natironi komanda nenyaya dziri kupisa pasocial media uchida zvakawanda pinya kamba kwemidiya vanovhura dzese dzakaipa dzakadziya waise kakumbuka anzi koma ndiyo anzi anopikisa wese tombate kwiyo daiva herere machiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanopfunge bwezi zvakawanda vamwe vanoti Geza dakumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gou ifanika anakonda taona pazobuda